You know, one of the biggest questions in Irish education, and maybe the one we avoid the most, is that of patronage. And what I think we do is we simply jump too quickly into sides. People might say we need to get rid of religion from schools, we need to protect ethos, or parents should have choice. They seem to be the main things that people say. But I want to explore the idea of patronage in more depth. I want to ask some basic questions. What does patronage look like in 2026? If we were designing an education system from scratch today, would we create a system where schools are owned or controlled by private bodies? Maybe we would, maybe we wouldn't. But how would you design that system? I also wonder what parents actually mean when they say we want choice. In fact, what everybody says when we say it's good to have choice. What do they mean? Do they mean religion or religious instruction? Do they mean values? Do they mean discipline? Do they mean academic standards, community, tradition? What do they mean when they say choice? And are we honest enough to admit that sometimes choice only works for certain people? Because in large parts of Ireland, there isn't a choice at all. Another question I keep coming back to is inclusiveness. Can a school really be inclusive if its patronage belongs primarily to one world view? Now, maybe the answer is yes. Lots of schools try very hard to be welcoming, and many succeed somewhat because there's a difference between being welcome in a system and fully belonging in it. As someone from a minority background, I think about this a lot. I think about it all the time. And then I just need to ask, I guess, the big question. If patronage disappeared tomorrow, who would actually run the system? Would it be the state? Would it be communities? Would there be a single patronage system? And would parents even want that? Would teachers want that? Would it be good for children? And maybe we're underestimating the role patron bodies currently play in our identity, culture and community in schools, both for positive and negative. The question is, should it be the patron bodies that do this, that control the education system? And why does the conversation become so heated so quickly? My guess is because the conversation isn't really about patronage, that layer of patronage, but because that patronage is overwhelmingly based on religion. And that speaks to people's identities, I get that. And maybe we need to try and remove the emotion, the identity out of patronage and see it as just a layer in the education system. So that's my question on patronage. What would the education system look like if we removed patronage?